All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Kristaps Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Thursday. So I'm going to do a quick review on this Los Angeles Clippers Dallas Mavericks game, which looked like it's going to be the matchup in the first round of the playoffs for the Clippers and the Mavericks. So the Dallas Mavericks, let's talk about them. Now, Luka Doncic is just that. You know, Luka Doncic is that guy. Can't take nothing away from the man. His stat line is always good. He's always playing hard. He's the leader. He's the leader of this team. Then you got Kristaps Porzingis, who to me is playing pretty good. I would say he's playing pretty good. Now, I got to be honest, though. And first of all, before I say this, I'm a fan of both of these guys. I think they're amazing. Overall, the unicorn, Kristaps, coming out of New York and all of that. I pay attention. But I want to say this, man. To me, sometimes I feel like if the Kristaps Porzingis stat line be good, but his impact be different. Don't be as good. Like, it was a stretch in that game. It was a small stretch in that game where you seen Kristaps take over the game. And it just went away. There was a part in there where you felt what he could do if the way he could impact the game. And I watched it and I go, why don't he do this more often? Because the thing about Doncic is not one of those, give me the ball, I'm not passing guys. And first of all, I want to say this real quick. If you caught the end of this game or you just seen the score, please understand this game was not just what the stat line looked like at the end. The scoreboard looked like at the end. It was definitely different than that. All right. The Mavericks played this game very well. They had the lead throughout to some good points in this game. But I do believe that the Mavericks, and I'm a big Doncic fan, but they need some type of presence in the middle. Like, they have no presence in the middle. And it was very evident today. Like, let's be honest. All right. The Clippers, as a team, solid, rock bottom, head to toe. I mean, I've said it 100 times. I'm going to always yes, I am a Laker fan. But I'm going to give credit where it's due. Solid team. I mean, probably the best team, top to bottom in the NBA. If you're talking bench, everything, right? But the one area where you start to notice that there could be that your chance of really doing damage is in the middle. But the Mavericks and for some reason Kristaps, they don't want to go in the middle, right? Like, I don't know what happened, man. Let me go on a tangent for about 20 seconds here. I don't know what's going on in the NBA now that everybody want to shoot threes. Like, this falling in love with the three is just getting out of control. Like, I'm looking at the Mavericks going back and forth with the Clippers. I'm like, drive in. Create some contact. Nobody want to do that. Everybody want to. I'm watching guys give up layups to kick out for threes. You got 2 points guaranteed, and you kick out for a three that your teammate missed. And I think that really caught the best of the Mavericks today. It's like, yo, everything ain't got to be a 3-point step back. I know it's looked good, but everybody ain't Steph Curry, man. Play your game. Stop trying to be the best 3-point shooting team. Everybody want to shoot threes. I don't know what's going on with that, but overall, I thought the Mavericks played a good game, but I don't think they're a good matchup with the Clippers because they can't take advantage of that center. And then, obviously Trez will be back, probably most likely. Well, I don't want to say most likely back because I have no idea when Montrezl Harrell will come back. But when he come back, that's going to help solidify that middle. Speaking of the Clippers, man, the Clippers kind of went back and forth with the Mavericks and like a good team's supposed to do. At the end of the day, they put their foot on their necks at the end. That's what you're supposed to do if you're a good team. There was a little shorthanded today. Obviously, as I said, Montreal Harrell was not there, as well as what's his name? I'm one of my favorite guys, man. Patrick Beverley. He wasn't playing today. He has a little injury. I don't think it's too serious, but He got an injury, so he's better safe than sorry right now. Error on the side of caution, I understand. Kawhi Leonard was Kawhi. He had his solid 29 points. Now, I mentioned earlier, I said, you can have good stats, but sometimes your stats can be good, but it's not impactful. I'm going to tell you someone that only had 24 points, but they felt impactful. Paul George. I'm going to say this, man. I just hate to say it, man. Paul George has been the best of the superstars. Out of the four that we always talk about, LeBron James, AD, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George has been the most consistent and the best playing out of those four. And he's the least talked about. And it's time that you give Paul George that credit. He has been the most consistent out of the stars between LA and he's been it's like he's a walking, you can count on his points. And he's been playing great, and you can't take nothing from it, man. I as a Laker fan, I gotta give credit where it's due. Paul George has stepped up. You seen some nights you like, oh, Kawhi, or you definitely seen. We don't even know when LeBron is gonna decide to just really, like, he had that good fourth quarter, but since then ain't really felt like himself. AD will have a great game and then a low game. Kawhi, it seemed like, he in it, but kind of doing his thing. But Paul George has been consistent in his play and his effort, and it's been night in, night out, in the scrimmage, in the seat, and he's really becoming the person that, they feed off of, especially when Pat Beverly's not playing. Paul George provide that energy when Pat Beverly, if the minute he walks on the court, the energy changes. You got to give that to that guy, and he deserved that. But Paul George has been probably the most consistent of the stars, and he's probably the least talked about of the stars. And when I'm talking stars, I want to say, what about this brother? I'm talking about out of the two LA teams. But tonight, what's the guy named? JaMychal Green. He's quietly been playing his butt off too. And he ain't, nobody talks about him. And honest, it's kind of the role you play. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about, the JaMychal Greens and players like that. But he deserves a lot of credit for the way he's been playing too. And I've been paying attention because I've been trying to review all these games. So overall, man, I think the Clippers are tuning up. Kawhi said it best. We're trying to get in the rhythm. We're trying to get our feet up under us. We're trying to get into game shape right now, and I feel like they're starting to do that. And they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with, man. Overall, I thought the Mavericks played well, but they just started shooting too many threes, man. You got to drive in that lane, especially if that's probably the one weakness that team got. Overall, it's just a great team. Salute to the Clippers. Congratulations on the win. And I'll see y'all back after this Laker game, man. With that being said, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys be good, man.